Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. When Devyani heard Maharaja Yayati's story of the he goat and she goat, she understood that this story, which was presented as if a funny joke for entertainment between husband and wife, was intended to awaken her to her constitutional position. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. When one actually awakens from material life, one understands his real position as an eternal servant of Krishna. This is called liberation. Mukti hitpanatha rupam swarupena vyavasthitaha. Bhagavatam 2.10.6. Under the influence of the Maya, everyone living in this material world thinks that he is the master of everything. Ahankar vimudatma karta aham iti manyati. One thinks that there is no God or controller and that one is independent and can do anything. This is the material condition. And when one awakens from this ignorance, he is called liberated. Maharaja Yayati had delivered Devyani from the well, and finally, as a dutiful husband, he instructed her with the story about the he goat and she goat, and thus delivered her from the misconception of material happiness. Devyani was quite competent to understand her liberated husband, and therefore she decided to follow him as faithful wife. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshur Unmiltam Ena Tasme Sri Gurve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guruhu Sri Udapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavacham Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savdutam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padana Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Dinasya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrusabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patita Nam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srutva Gatham Devyani Mene Prastovatmanah Sri Puso Snake Vaiklavyat Parihasam Iveritam. So here, first of all, the Yayati explained the story of he goat and she goat. When he was fed up with the material way of life for many, many years, he was married man. When he was fed up for enjoying the sexual affairs, everything for the material life, then in the end he realized self-realization. He thought that human form of life is not for like this, not to waste like this. Then, how to tell the wife? So he devised one story of the he goat and she goat. Now what was the story like that? One day, he told his wife that, I want to tell you something now. He said, okay, tell me. You are my husband, you can tell me. So he said, because husband and wife sometimes joke, So he was taking like jokingly. So what he said, that there was once upon a time, there was a he goat. Now he was wandering in the forest. And then he came upon he was looking for the food, vegetables to eat. Then he came near the well, and there he saw that one she goat was lying in the well. So out of compassion, he said, no, let me help her. So out of compassion, he helped her to bring it out. And when there was attraction, like love at first sight, so they fall in love with each other. Like he got and she got fall in love, like man and woman or boy and girl. So they fell in love. And then he wasted so much time with her. everything, talking, joking, husband-wife relationship, He was indirectly talking his own story actually, because that was happening in the fact. When Devyani was in the fall, Yayati was the one who rescued her from the well. When her friend Sarmishta pushed her in the well and she was shouting and screaming, then Yayati was there. So to tell the wife, he just did make this story. And then by indirectly he told her that this human form of life, not to waste like that. Let's do something for self-realization. But all over the world, people are wasting so much time. What? For pleasure. Pleasure industry is booming. For pleasure industry, there is just sport, different kind of sports. Then sex enjoyment for different kind of sex enjoyment. Not only human being, even the animals, they have their own society. Everywhere you see animal-based thing, all the kingdom, not only in this planet, everywhere, including the Indralok, Chandralok, Suryalok, everywhere, people are enjoying. Demigod also enjoy that sort of thing. So it's nothing new. But Yayati, when he realized that this is wrong, I should not waste my time like that, then he told this wife his story. And then his wife also understood that there is something meaning in it. And that is the main person of this type. Now what is when one actually awakens from material life, one understands the real position of eternal servant of Krishna. So everyone all over the world is servant of someone. No one claim that he is a master. Sometimes people think out of ignorance, they think that they are master. But actually in fact, no one is master here. Master is only Krishna. Everyone is servant. If you just notice outside, anywhere in the world, people are serving someone. If there is no one to serve, then they will keep a dog or cat, and they serve the dog and cat. But they have to serve. There is no doubt about it. In the beginning, the husband and wife, they serve their children. They provide all the facility for the children, for the university education, everything. Then when they grow up, when their marriage ceremony, everything. But the aim should be how to success this life. That is Yayati telling his wife that this life, out of 8,400,000 species of life, we gone through all this, and now we got human form of body. So we should not waste like that. He told his wife, he indirectly hint, and his wife also was clever. She understood, and in the end, both of them got liberation. So all over the world, people say that there is one sloka in the Bhagavad Gita that Prakrutiya kriyamanani gune karmani savrasaha ahankar vibhudatma karta ahamiti manyate. All over the world, people think that I did something, I did this, I did that. They think I did this. And then that is ignorance, ego, false ego. And that false ego is the downfall of that spiritual life. Material life, people think sometimes they are successful, and I did this. But where did they get all the things? Prithvi, Jod, Agni, Vayu and Akash, earth, water, fire, air and ether. All is God-given gift to the humankind. Out of all this combination, you make something. You make a skyscraper building or nice bungalow, and then you claim that this is mine now, I made it. But you are in ignorance because you don't know where the thing you got, all the bricks, water, cement, sand, where did you get it? Your father, your grandfather, they never left it for you. So this is called God's energy. You simply utilize this and then claim that you are the God, you are the doer of things. And actually sometimes the last stage is what, sometimes people, when the last stage comes, they think that I am God now. That is the last stage of ahankar, ego. Then they think there is no God, I am the God now, and everyone should worship me. That is the last stage of ahankar, ego, false ego. And if you see everywhere, all the world, there are so many people claiming to be a God now. You'll be surprised. And innocent people, they don't know the definition of the God even. So it is your duty, everyone's duty, to tell everyone that who is God, what is the definition of God, and why we should worship Krishna. First of all, we have to establish why we should worship Krishna. Why we should not waste our time indulging in sex attraction or sports game, so many. You need little exercise. Sometimes people nowadays, they spend so much time in yogic exercise. Okay, you need it. For yoga is no problem. But then the main aim should be to reach to Krishna Lok, Golok, Vrindavan. There shouldn't be forget. Body you should have to keep strong and stout. That is no doubt about it. Because if your body is not strong, you can't chant even properly. If there is a disease in the body, you can't chant even. So that is understandable. But that doesn't mean that whole day you spend your thing, hours and hours after something which is not progressing toward the spiritual life. The aim of the human being is progress in the spiritual life. So that is the aim. Now this is liberation. As far as the liberation concerned, sometimes there are two kind of people, Nitya Mukta or Nitya Baddha. Nitya Mukta means they are always liberated. You don't have to tell anything. But Nitya, the conditioned souls, they are always conditioned. Sometimes they make excuse. So many excuses, they are conditioned. And because of the mode of Buddha, mode of passion, goodness, ignorance, they bound by this activity, sinful activity, pious activity, and they go rotating in material world, sometime up, sometime down, sometime in the middle, Uddham gacchati sattvastha, madhye tishtanti rajasa, jaganya gunavratita, adho gacchati tamsa. If you do punya pious activity, then you go to upper planetary system. This earth planet, there is 7 planet up, 7 down. And all the names are there as well, It's not something like we work it out. All the names are there as well. Like bottom, Atal, Vital, Patal, Rasatal, Sutal, Talatal, everything is there. If you do sinful activity, if you don't know the human form of life and then waste your time in sex or sports, then that what happen. You go on the down planetary system and then rot there for many, many years. There is no way outside. Because in the planetary system, how can you remember Krishna? So much trouble there. Even if you go to upper planetary system, that is also saying, Indralok, Chandralok, there is so much facility. And you enjoy life and forget Krishna. And even if you want to enjoy that, okay, I am enjoying now, I don't want to do anything, just let me enjoy. But even then, after 10,000 years, you still have to come back to Mrityu Loka. Again, Mrityu Loka. So why not take advantage of this life? We don't know what will be our next life. So why waste our time in indulging in sex? Sex is necessary, no doubt about it. But then at the same time, the main purpose of the human life is important spiritual activity. That is why in human society, everywhere, sometimes people say, oh, this Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is only in India, work out in India. It's not like that. Anywhere you go, these 4 categories there, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. The Brahminical class, intelligent class. The Kshatriya, political leaders, fighters. Then Vaishya, the businessmen or the farmers. And the Shudra, they don't just work. They don't have any intelligence. We can't say that. But actually, Shudra means no intelligence. They work for all the upper 3 class. But that doesn't mean that anyone cannot progress spiritually. Anyone can progress. Srila Prabhupada kindly established this ISKCON for all the humanity. Anyone can take advantage. Even including the Stree means woman, they can advantage. Like here, Yayati told his wife this story, and the wife understood. And at the end, she also liberated. Why? Because in the Shastra it says that there is a 5 chaste lady, Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari. Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari tatha Panchakanam Smare Nityam Mahapataka Nashanam. All this there were ladies, but they were big ladies, not small. Sometimes people underestimate the ladies. But Srila Prabhupada mission is not like that. Everyone should get the chance. Even the small child should get the chance to progress spiritually. Don't underestimate anyone. So here says Ahalya, Gautam Muni's wife. She was just chaste lady. Then Draupadi, 5 Pandavas, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Sahadeva and Nakur. Their wife was Draupadi. She was very chaste. Then Sita, Lord Ramchandra's wife, consort, Sita Devi. Then Tara, Harishchandra's wife, Taramati. She was lady. And Mandodari, Ravan's wife, Mandodari. They were all chaste ladies. So here what happened? This Devyani followed her husband's advice, and she was also liberated in the end. Because if you follow, this says it, Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari, tatha Panchakanam. This means 5 names. Smare Nityam. Nityam means always, every day. Smare means you remember. Mahapataka Nasanam. All the sinful activity will be destroyed without doing anything else. Just remember this name. Of course, we have to chant Hare Krishna, that is first. But all this in a spare time, you can remember all this. Even when you take a shower or bath, all the Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati. So your mind doesn't go anywhere else. You just drag the mind, because mind is your enemy or mind can be your friend. It is the mind who is our enemy. See, as for example, if you are brahmachari, it's very difficult to control the senses. But then, as soon as you get up, just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then you remember Krishna straight away. Your mind doesn't go anywhere. Then when you take a shower, you Ganga, Sindhu, Saraswati, Yamuna, Godavari, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri. You just remember all the, Ganges. If you take a bath in Ganges, all your sinful act will be just like that, finished. So if you remember the name, that same benefit. And holy men, if the spiritual master come in the temple, that is even more beneficial. When the spiritual master come, Srila Prabhupada, mission is so good. You don't have to go to river Ganges even. You just take the spiritual master darshan, the prayer obeisances, and you get the same benefit. Then you don't forget about all the material activity. Because people out of ignorance, they think that I did this, and they do so many other things as well. They waste so much time, especially nowadays. Young children, actually Prahlad Maharaj said nice words. Young children, how they wasting their time. And Prahlad Maharaj give one advice, nice advice. It's very good advice. It's in Srimad Bhagavatam actually. It says, Yan maithunadi gruhumedi sukham hi tuchham kandu yayena karyor iva dukkha dukkham tripyanti neha kripana bahu dukkha bhajah kandutvam manasjama visaheta dhiraha. That means the sex life is compared to the rubbing of two hands to relieve an itch. Grahamedhis, so-called Grahamedhis, who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness, although actually it is a source of distress. The Kripans, the fools, who are just the opposite of Brahmanas, are not satisfied by repeated sensuous enjoyment. Those who are dhira, however, who are sober, and who tolerate this itching are not subjected to the sufferings of fools and rascals. What I advertise. The purported materialistic think that the sexual indulgence is the greatest happiness in this material world. And therefore, they make elaborate plans to satisfy their senses, especially the genitals. This is generally found everywhere. All over the world, where there are regular arrangements to satisfy sex life in different ways. Actually, however, this has not made anyone happy. If you see, in spite of all the arrangement, no one is happy. You can see yourself. Even the hippies who have given up all the materialistic comforts of their fathers and grandfathers cannot give up the sensational happiness of sex life. Such persons are described here as kripanas, misers. The human form of life is a great asset, for in this life one can fulfill the goal of existence. Unfortunately, however, because of a lack of education and culture, people are victimized by the false happiness of sex life. Prahlad Maharaj therefore advised one not to be misled by the civilization of sense gratification, and especially not by sex life. Rather, one should be sober, avoid sense gratification, and be Krishna conscious. The lusty person who is compared to a foolish miser never gets happiness by sense gratification. The influence of material nature is very difficult to surpass, but as stated by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, mam evae prapadante mayam etam tarantite. If one voluntarily submits to the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be saved very easily. Surrender to Krishna and all your problem will be solved. The reference to the low-grade happiness of sex life, Yamunacharya says in this connection, this very famous verse of Yamunacharya. Yad avadhi mama chet krishnaya padarabinde nava rava rasa dham anudyat rantum asti tad avadhi bat nari sangame smaraya mane bhavati mukha vikarah susku nishti vanam cha. Since I have been engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna, realizing ever new pleasure in him. Whenever I think of sex pleasure, I split at the thought, and my lips curl with distaste. Yamunacharya had formerly been a great king who enjoyed sexual happiness in various ways. But since he later engaged himself in the service of the Lord, he enjoyed spiritual bliss and hated to think of sex life. If sexual thoughts come to him, he would spit with disgust. See? So Yamunacharya said that. Even Shankaracharya, he also mentioned about so many slokas about that. So all big acharyas, they give you the same advice. You stay as a brahmachari, that is the best position of the human form of life. If you can't manage, then enter the gruhastha life. Get married. Have a wife, an official, and with the wife you can have sex. And that is also limited. Not until 70, 80, 90. He says, Panchos vadam vanam vrajet. Even, yes, London, it's not a joke, People from London they go to Paris, Rome, Japan, Germany. For what? Holiday, you can have here holiday. But they waste so much money for the sexual enjoyment, Because they think that the Paris girls are beautiful. So they go there. And it's a fact actually. People waste so much time. Not only sex. We are not condemning sex only. Even the sports. Everything. They waste so much time. But the human form of life is not like that. We must, even Prahlad Maharaj, he was only 5 years old boy. He giving all this instruction, imagine. So what about the old people, when you are like mature, especially the civilized people, so-called civilized people, they must understand this Srimad Bhagavatam. And there is so much knowledge in the scripture. My God, there is one, it's a nice one, really good one. Like Chaitanya Charitamrita, or there is a prarthana, it's called prarthana specially. There is one sloka as well in Bhagavad Gita. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhaka sadhur eva mantavya samyag vyavasito hi saha. Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Giri Govardhan ki. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Sometimes devotee out of ignorance, even if they initiated, second initiated, they engage in sinful activity. But that doesn't, you don't have to condemn them. Sometimes out of ignorance they make a mistake. But that doesn't make them fall down. They can come up again. By how? By the association of the devotees. Because not all of the devotees fallen down. Some are saintly, very good devotees. They are very dradavata. Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Giri Govardhan ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So, even if the Prabhupada always says that even devotee fall down accidentally, if he come back again, then you always welcome him. Don't criticize anyone. And then you engage him again in the spiritual activity. And Srila Prabhupada's mission all over the world is for that purpose. Not for the fools and rascals. Because this is education. Nowadays, the children waste so much time. But instead, the parents bring here and if they study the scripture, all the scripture available, especially in English, Srila Prabhupada at the age of 60, 70, he described all this word-to-word meaning of Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam so beautifully. Word-to-word meaning in Sanskrit to English, and then it's very easy to understand. And if you don't understand, there is purport as well. So what else do you require? Like in the science, if you go, there is practical and theory. If you don't understand by theory, then you do the practical. So Srila Prabhupada kindly done everything for you. All is ready-made. All you have to do is just take the advantage of this life. And then we can be utilized for everything. All the senses we can utilize for Krishna. Krishna's other name is Rishikesh. He is a master of the senses. So if you pray to Rishikesh, then you don't have to engage in sinful activity. Rishikesh is Krishna's name. And Rishikesh is the one who will engage all your senses for Krishna. And it is true. As for example, Amrish Maharaja, what he did? Amrish Maharaj, he was a king. Although he was a king, lot of responsibility. But still, he engaged all his senses for the Krishna. All senses, everything. As soon as you get up, all hands, legs, eyes, nose, everything should be engaged only for Krishna. And nothing else for Krishna. Every day remember, he said two things. Every day remember Krishna and never forget him. Two things you always remember. Remember Krishna and never forget him. So that makes sure that you never forget him. And how do you never forget him? Just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In the Shastra it says, there is 7, for the liberation, there is 7 places. All are in India. But that doesn't make that there is no place here either. It says, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika. Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Puri, Dvaravati Cheva, Sapteka, Mokshadaika. In this verse, Yayati, he got liberation. So if you want liberation, when you go to India, you visit holy places as well. Because sometimes people go to visit the India and they waste time, they go on the wrong path as well. They don't visit the holy places. These 7 for the liberation, if you want liberation only, then the Ayodhya, Lord Ramchandra was there in Ayodhya, so it's a holy place. Mathura, Lord Krishna was there. Then Maya means Haridwar, Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna's place, Haridwar, Vishnu's place. Then Kashi, Lord Shiva's place. Then Kanchipuram, Devi's place. Avantika means Ujjain. Ujjain, we got ISKCON temple there now for many years now. So when you go to, you can Ujjain, because Lord Krishna, he studied there. And there is, Lord Krishna, when he studied, the ashram is still there, where he studied. So you can see the place yourself. It is still there, they kept it. But the tourists, those who employ you to take somewhere, they don't take you there. Because they, like some demon, they are against Krishna. So you have to tell them that this is holy place and I want to visit this special place where Krishna paid his pastime. The place is still, and the vibration is so good there. As soon as you go, vibration is really good. Krishna, you feel the presence of Krishna there. Because Krishna is studying there. So it's the same way, the Avantika is Puri. And then this Dwarika Puri. Lord Krishna was there in Dwarika Puri. And then the Dwaravati is called Dwaravati. Even if you go to India, you can go to Dwarika as well. There's also Puri. So if you want liberation, you can go there as well. But our mission, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is not like that. Because if you get liberation, Sayujya, Sarupya, Samipya, Srushti, Sasti. Sarupya means you do the lot of austerity and you get as beautiful as Krishna. Sarupya. Same form as Krishna you can get. Like if you go to Vaikuntha planet, you get 4 hands, not 2 hands. Same like Lord Vishnu. Sarupya. Then Samipya, you can stay with Krishna. Then Sarupya, then Salokya. You can go to Krishna's planet, and you can live there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, all this is rubbish. The best thing is what? Worship of Krishna, puja. Worship of Krishna, that is best. Human form of life, don't waste in sex indulgence, sports. You do little exercise, but then we chant here. Always exercise is already done. When you jump like Srila Prabhupada puja, we did that. And the exercise is already done here. So two goals at the same time we done. You don't have to spend waste time separately. So that is important for the human being. We don't say that you don't do exercise. It is necessary for the body. But at the same time, what is your goal? The goal should you understand. Like Yayati, he realized at the last stage of life. Same way Srila Prabhupada, in his own life, I will give one example. Srila Prabhupada, he was not ordinary person. He established within short time all over the world so many centers. At least 108 when he was, and so many Gurukula, Gosala, cow protection project, when he was here. And then what happened? One day, he was planning to get married again. He was married, he wanted to marry again. So, somehow or other, his father realized. And then he called Prabhupada that, come here, my dear boy, come here. I want to discuss with you something. Srila Prabhupada said, okay, what is it? He said, I heard that you want to get married again, but it is no good for you. And Prabhupada didn't argue then. He said, why? He didn't argue, he didn't say why. Nowadays children always argue against the parents, If they want some latest gadget, if you don't give them, they always argue, why not, why not? But Srila Prabhupada was very humble. You always respect the elder, parents, saintly person, always respect them. So Prabhupada, then he said that, this refusing, I know that you don't like your wife at the moment, you are married, but at the same time, this will be future, you will be good for the Krishna Seva. You will engage yourself, you can engage yourself for Krishna Seva. Your last attachment for body, wife, children, and that will be useful for you. And Srila Prabhupada said that by my father's grace, I believe him. I took his advice. And then, no doubt, everyone knows what was the story behind later on. Everyone knows. Single-handed man, at the old age, not young like me and you. Just single-handed, what a miracle he did. It's a miracle. Sometimes people say, what miracle you are doing? This is miracle. You can see yourself. Single-handed man at the age of 70, you can't walk even. And he had 2 heart attacks. And what else would you want? How much establishment he did. And not only we enjoying it, all the future generation also enjoy. And then they will forget all this sex life and everything. Just chant Krishna's name. Anywhere you meet, just say Hare Krishna. When they see tilak, they say Hare Krishna. This is not ornament, This is our ornament actually. Tilak, Kanthimala. When people see you, they see that this is Hare Krishna people. Even jokingly they say Hare Krishna, By joke sometimes they criticize us and they jokingly Hare. But at least they remember Krishna by saying all the, ornaments upon our body. Vaishnava's body, that is ornaments. And not only ornaments, they protect you at the body as well. This is not like decoration of the body. Sometimes people, when the person die, when they are alive, it surprises me sometimes. When they are alive, they don't care for relatives or parents. When they die, they special hire the helicopter, aeroplane, they go to see them. What's the point? When they die, when they're alive, you didn't look after them. And when they're dead, people go to Africa, Zambia, Germany, Australia, India. They fly, literally. But it's a dead body. What do you do after going there? It's a decoration of a dead body. What do you do there? You can't give them anything. So the people are so much ignorant, And that is our duty to tell them what is the difference between a dead body and living being. We don't say you don't do that. We have only 4 basic principles. I-M-G. No illicit sex. If you want to sex, then get married. Intoxication. Not even tea or coffee. Meat eating. Any kind of meeting. Especially when you travel by plane, they say, if you are vegetarian, Hare Krishna, I order for fish and eggs for you. They say, even the air hostess, they don't know about anything. So it is our duty to tell them that even eggs and fish, they are not vegetarian. That about 40 years ago, I told the head teacher of the school. So it is your duty. Srila Prabhupada mission is preaching mission as well. Not just Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No. It is preaching mission as well. Whenever you meet, just give them, bombard this education. Read all this knowledge, Srimad Bhagavatam, and then give them to the society. Because people are ignorant. And that is your duty, everyone's duty. And that is why Srila Prabhupada said, these are soldiers, future soldiers of ISKCON. Not only Kshatriya can fight, not like that. Even the Brahmin can fight. In the history, if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, sometimes Brahmin also fight for the cause of spiritual life, There are so many example in the history. So it is our duty. Srila Prabhupada said, you are Brahmin, that's very good. But when come to protect the temple or protect the devotee, you became like a tiger or a lion and protect it. Don't say like a cow, like sometimes usually say that like a cat, or mini cat. Not like that. You become tiger and lion. Especially when someone attack our devotee or our temple, then don't shy be, I'm Brahmin, I can't do anything. Not like that. Then forget about your Brahminship. Then you become a soldier. Krishna soldier for Krishna's protection. That is all Krishna consciousness. There is all sort of knowledge is there. It is our duty to how get this knowledge. And the end, this Devyani, by husband's advice, she also liberated. Because she followed this instruction of Devyani. And she also liberated. So don't think that only human being, only man is liberated. No. If woman, child, anyone can be liberated. As far as they get this knowledge in a disciplic succession way. Not whimsically. You go home and just your next door neighbor tells you something and you start following that. No, not like that. You follow the scripture, follow the sadhu, shastra, guru, vakya. Tinete koryakya. Sadhu, shastra and guru, vakya. Sadhu means saintly person. Either you are shiksha guru or diksha guru. Shastra means all the scriptures. We got Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all this shastra. And sadhu, shastra, guru, vakya. Your spiritual master's sentence, whatever advice give you. If you follow these three things, then you can't go wrong. You don't have to follow your next door neighbor's advice. Follow this advice. If you have a problem, ask the spiritual master. Or when you come, ask the devotee. If the devotee doesn't know, then read the scripture. But everything available in Krishna, Prabhupada books, everything. So Srila Prabhupada said, your 100 or 120 years is less what you got this knowledge. So many books, so many things available. But it is unfortunate, He said, Durbhagya. Bahunam janmanamate jnanvan mam prapadate vasudeva sarvamati sa mahatma sudurlabha. That Mahatma is very, very rare. One who knows that Krishna is supreme. All over the world, people has created so many gods, so many different demigod, God. They don't know. Even the stone they start worshipping. 33 crores of demigod, forget about them. Even that they don't know. And then Krishna is supreme, Lord Vishnu is supreme. They are very, very rare. Unless if you are fortunate, then you know that Krishna is supreme. And then you forget everything, all this indulgence in sex life, sports life, everything. Sometimes people fond of eating different things. You forget everything. You just satisfy with Krishna Prasadam. With Tulsi, Tulsi leaf, Krishna Prasadam. And that is aim of life. I think we should stop now yet. Question, okay. Anything answer, we can discuss, any comment. Because that's why this class is for, we can discuss. If I have done anything, then you tell me. I know something, I tell you. That is Srila Prabhupada mission. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. They are on equal level. All are servant. No one is God here. All, remember that all is servant. Because if you don't become Krishna servant, you become dog and cat servant. So become Krishna servant. Hare Krishna.